Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Alyswoof Plays. I'm timing this episode, as close as I can at least, because I completely forgot to time the last one. Whoops, my bad. We're slowly solving the problem of anti-tank, I think. These guys are still short on anti-tank, but I think these guys are pretty much, yeah, they're almost filled out. These guys need some anti-tank, but they also need light tanks, so not a huge concern. Divisions are ready. That'd be these guys, I think. No, it's him. He's ready. He's ready to go. A new and better Germany. Oh, and the United Kingdom exerts influence in Turkey. Special consul to the Turkish state. Considering the centuries of fierce competition for naval supremacy in the Mediterranean, whether they are successful in bringing their two countries closer together remains to be seen. The British are exercising their influence. It's time to fan Prussian militarism. To replace the losses of our civil war, we must appeal to the Prussian sense of militarism to improve recruitment and training of new recruits. That our military has freed us from Nazi dictatorship ensures these Prussian ideals are now more popular than ever. Ain't that the truth? Overthrew the Nazi oppressors. Alright, you no longer need to be training, you're trained. Soon you will no longer need training. Boom, there it is. Those divisions are ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to have a training army under the command of research. Under the command of the Rhine Oberkommando. And he will be dealing with training of new recruits before they need to be deployed. Which we are actually going to do with our Volksguard. Go ahead and get them deployed. They've got no army. That'll be the just be the Volker. Just the Volker. I don't know the German word for training army, so we'll just call them the Volker. We will place them under Frederick Paulus. Alright. And he will begin training them. He will deploy in central Germany. And essentially his job is to just train soldiers. And then there we go. And as those units become trained, they will deploy to their appropriate branches as needed. We've done good so far. These will build pretty quick. Like a month. That's not too bad. A month that gets each tier of infrastructure. Did we finish the infrastructure upgrades way over here? We did. Refinery, nuclear forts, and infrastructure. Might do a little bit of that. just to get our stuff built up a little bit faster. I think that's what we'll do. As soon as fan pressure is over, we will do Bulwark will only do factory output 5. I want to get our infrastructure built, so we are going to do construction engineering just for a little bit. No template for the medium tanks, that is to be expected. 22 more of those. And then I'll probably do like another 100 just to have some. Maybe another 200. Just so we have enough that if war happens, if war were declared, we'll be good to go. And I would deploy all of these, but I know we're not ahead very far, especially in anti-tank, to kind of like risk it. Oh, those light tanks in training are like screwing themselves. Oh, that's because the one deployed. That's fine. So yeah, I know we're not ahead enough on like anti-tank and support equipment to like just deploy them straight out. So I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and let them run, do their thing, fully train as much as they can, and then go. Now I need to keep an eye on this nonsense because essentially bump the research 5 November. Yeah, they finished a day early, just for 10%. Well, forts are 500, and those are 3,000. So the forts will finish very quickly. That's good. That's kind of what we want, right? Require 6. Well, we've got enough convoys to run this. I don't even... How do I tell how many convoys I've got? There. Alright. 152 of them. Bah. Then we need 204 for upgrades anyways. If we were to upgrade all of these to medium tanks, we would require 50 medium tanks per each of those divisions. Let's just say plus 50. $360, that's 6 times, okay. So essentially we need 300 medium tanks for each division, and 360 light tanks for each division. So, I need to have 600 of these before I can essentially start producing the medium divisions. That's fine. I don't mind waiting. My goal is to have medium tanks instead of light tanks. Essentially, the goal is kind of artificial in that regards. I'm not too concerned with being attacked anytime soon, but After 2 decades of political turmoil, the people of France feel they have yet to regain what was lost in the Great War. French establishment has set their sights on reconstructing the French state and re-establish French greatness. These political reforms are strengthening the power of the state and the army, with the French people convinced by Edouard Daladier's promises of greatness. It's a tragic development for the French Third Republic. Tragic! They supported the right. They're going fascist! Well, I mean, on one hand, great. They won't be communist. On the other hand, I think that means they actually get a thing to... Ooh, Italy, yeah. And then dismantle the democracies. Zog submits to Italy. An ultimatum has been delivered to the Albanian government by the Italian diplomats demanding they submit to the complete military occupation. King Zog has abdicated after realizing the futility of resistance, and Albania will now be ruled in a personal union under King Victor Emmanuel III. Italy looks to the Balkans. We've also completed research for our engineering company. That's great. I want to now research maintenance division, so that our tanks and mobile will be alright. And after that, this one is going to go into new mechanized, I believe. Because I believe now I can do mechanized instead of just motorized, and that's good. Now, we will need more factories to support it, because mechanized is not a straight upgrade from motorized. But I guess we'll deal with that next time. Thanks for watching.